Ladies and gentlemen, another day here in New England for the Patriots Minicamp. Now today, they're taking a part of the day one of mandatory minicamp, which means everyone on the team should be here. Unless they're going through some type of contract disagreement, everybody should be here. You see STEFON DIGGS walking up with Josh McDaniels. They're trying to implement a new offense here in New England under Mike Rabel and Drake May and all these guys. So today is going to be one of those big days, okay? We're going to talk about everything you need to know from the news, the notes, the highlights, the observations from day one of mandatory minicamp. Tomorrow will be day two, and then ultimately Wednesday, they will not be practicing. So over the next 2 days, we're going to get you guys the final practices until training camp. So make sure you guys stay tuned, get ready. We're going to break down everything you need to know. Before we dive in, hit the like button and comment down below a couple of players that you are really excited about going into this year's mandatory minicamp. And now with that being said, let's dive into the video. Now, one last thing, I do want to give a major shout out and credit where credit is due, and that is with all of the New England Patriot media members out there who work so hard each and every single day to get these videos out for us. Today's practice was a little bit different. It was live streamed a little bit, but do me a favor and go follow them, man. You will not regret at all following them on X or Twitter because they give you so much highlights, news, and notes from every single practice. So make sure you guys do that really quickly. All right, here we get to see a little bit of Drake May and Joshua Dobbs, the quarterbacks here for the New England Patriots. Also, Ben Woodridge as well. These are the three quarterbacks that look to be competing for jobs. Obviously, Drake May will be your starter, but who's going to be the backup? And you see Josh McDaniels kind of looking over these quarterbacks, going through some reps. Also, one thing that I can tell for sure is Josh McDaniels has lost some weight. From when he was that Raiders head coach to now, the dude has definitely trained a lot. He's definitely seemed a lot skinnier. That's, I guess, cool to see. Here's Joshua Dobbs going through some reps. I think he'll ultimately be that backup quarterback. He's got a lot of experience in the NFL and has actually showcased some solid things at different times. So he's exciting to see. Got to see the tight ends. Hunter Henry, I think he could have a really big year. Another year with Drake May. You see Austin Hooper wearing 81. Jaheim Bell running back. You see 87. Now, 87, Jack Westover has actually had some really good practices as of late. Now, wearing that 87 is a little bit crazy, but he has been pretty good. We also see CJ Dupree wearing number 82 and G. Scott Jr. wearing number 80, I believe, in today's practice. So a lot of tight ends getting a lot of work here in today's practice, really trying to see where they fit. Again, I'll come out and say I think Hunter Henry and Austin Hooper are safely your tight end 1 and 2. We'll see where Jaheim Bell can ultimately fit onto this football team. Here's some more routes. 46 is Brock Lampy. I believe that they really want to run a lot of 20 personnel, 21 personnel, where they stack that offensive line. They want to establish the run this year. So Ramondre Stevenson, Travion Henderson, Antonio Gibson, those guys are going to get a lot of work this year. It seems like Ramondre is still in line to get around 8 to 10 carries a game this year. Unless he has a really bad fumbling issue, then that could ultimately change as time goes on. But you can tell these guys want the fullback back into this offensive scheme. And Brock is a guy that's taking a lot of those reps as of right now anyway. So we'll see how he continues to progress. But look for a lot of 20, 21 personnel. If you guys don't understand what personnel is, really quickly I can break it down. So 20 personnel, right? You can have 11 personnel, you can have 10 personnel. The first number is always going to represent the running backs in the backfield. So if you have 21 personnel, right? For example, you have 2 running backs. The second number is always tight end. So you're going to see a lot of 2 running back sets this year, including that fullback. So definitely expect a lot of running with Mike Rabel. All right, here's some more wide receiver reps. You see STEFON DIGGS and Kayshon Boutte and Kendrick Bourne going through some reps, trying to get low to the ground, work on these low throws because sometimes that's just where the quarterback has to go. Now, we do our research and look at where these wide receivers are going. STEFON DIGGS goes number 1. Number 2 is Kayshon Boutte. Number 3 is Kendrick Bourne. Number 4 is Jalen Polk. Number 5 is Kyle Williams. And then it goes to Demario Douglas. Number 3. Now, I don't know if this order means anything. It might not mean nothing at all. So, just some good reps here. Going low, lowering your center of gravity. I like these reps. Alright, now before we get any further into this video, I do ask one little favor as they work on some whip routes to the back of the end zone. STEFON DIGGS with the first route. Do me a big time favor, guys. Hit the like button if you haven't already done so. But more importantly, make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel if you are new. It is free. It does not cost anything to join the family, and we will be covering the New England Patriots throughout the entirety of this year's offseason, which means, you know, OTAs, mandatory minicamp, training camp, everything. Now, after tomorrow, right, they got one more practice. After tomorrow, they take about a month off before the start of training camp, but we're going to keep you guys updated with that as well. You should see about 3, maybe even 4 mandatory minicamp updates throughout this next week or so, and I'm going to be breaking down a lot more. So tomorrow's video will be day 2. And then on Wednesday, when they're not practicing, I'm going to go through and kind of break down all of the news and notes in one video. And then the last video will be more about the standouts, the guys who looked really, really good. So we're going to go through all that. Make sure you guys are subscribed, join the family, turn on post notifications. That way you're notified every time we post a New England Patriots video. As you see Kyle Williams going through a rep right there. Love to see it, man. I think Kyle Williams is going to end up being a really good receiver for this Patriots team because how fast he can stop and then accelerate and then stop. I mean, so good route running capabilities. I'm excited about Kyle Williams. Von Baker looked good right here as well. Couple of good reps there. All right, to end off this video, I want to talk about the biggest highlights from today. The best play of the day was a Kyle Williams 50-yard touchdown on a bomb from Joshua Dobbs. And make sure you guys go follow Andrew Callahan on Twitter or X. He gives you so many updates, and that's where I'm getting this from. We did have an interception from Bolden. That was off Dobbs in red zone drill. We saw some sacks from White and Chason. Chason coming over from Las Vegas. Had a great year last year. Looks like, you know, he's got a ton of potential. Believe he played at LSU. So he had a good day today. Some PBUs from Carlton Davis. Minkins had one as well. We had some drops from Dupree, another tight end. Other than that, we had a great offensive day from Drake May, man. 15 of 19 early in practice. He looked good early, and then late, he started to fall off a little bit. Defense started to pick it up. And then in full field team drills, Drake May was 8 of 9 with 3 intermediate deep completions, only 3 touchdowns in 9 tight red zone snaps. Diggs was limited. Got to see some more guys. And the top wide receivers were Kayshon Boutte, Demario Douglas, and Kendrick Bourne. But with that being said, a lot of that is subject to change going forward. We'll see what changes over the next couple of weeks here. I know we're just watching one clip of STEFON DIGGS, and I do apologize for that. But ultimately, a good day. Absent Mac Hollins, Jelani Tavai, Miles Battle watched on the sidelines. Tyrese Robinson, and then limited, STEFON DIGGS, Jalen Polk, Michael Onwenu, Kyle Duggar, Vidarian Lowe, Jared Wilson, Jacqueline Roy, and Austin Hooper were all limited in today. But yeah, that was a really good portion of today's practice. We're going to give you a more in-depth update tomorrow, so make sure you guys are ready for that. Travion Henderson had a touchdown. Kendrick Bourne had some really good routes run, so we'll see what tomorrow brings. Hit the like button, subscribe, and I'll see you guys then. Peace.